Hi Cancer, welcome back to your new moon in Capricorn reading for December 23rd, 2022. The solstice is from the 20th to the 23rd. Those are really good days to set intentions. We won't have these aspects around for quite some time, so this is just really a good time to do it. It's much better than New Year's. And if you're not ready for it, you have another chance at springtime. But I would utilize these energies if I were you. So the last 2 weeks you had the moon card, which is very much your own energy. There could have been a lot of internalizing going on and dealing with fears and things that we were unsure of, things that were a little bit foggy, and hopefully there is clarity that came in the last 2 weeks. The coming 2 weeks for the new cycle that's starting for you is the Magician. That's fantastic. So you must have learned quite a bit in the last 2 weeks. The Magician is setting intentions, so please take advantage of the 20th to the 23rd. It's more than that, though. It is what you think about, you bring about. And so you're going to have to be very aware of your thoughts and to continually place them along the pathway that you want them to go. So when they go astray, pull them back to where you want them to go and focus in that direction. Okay. It can be a manipulating energy. For good or for bad, just is what it is. It could be magic, but what they're basically saying, or what the card is basically saying, is that you have everything you need to create, whatever that is for you. For everyone, it's different, but you've got the power. It is consciousness, mind you, so it is very important to be aware. All right, so what's coming in for you? What's starting this new cycle is the Eight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. You may have felt like your hands are tied where creative projects are concerned, or you have maybe felt stuck and you might need some creative solutions. And it's interesting because the Three of Pentacles has a very spiritual energy to it anyway, but it's all of the sudden, out of need, you find a creative solution. And that can be because you feel like your hands are tied, that you can't do anything. Sometimes the Eight of Swords is that you shouldn't do anything. And I kind of feel like this period, nothing's really going to go terribly forward until the springtime. And so this can be a moment where we just feel a little bit stuck. Please use your creative energy. Cancers are very creative people, and you should use those faculties as often as you can until the springtime. All right, let's see what else is going on. You could also be, with the Three of Pentacles, you could also be learning something as you're doing it. It's my apprenticeship card. So even if it is a creative solution, it's possible that you've never done it before and you figure it out on your way. You have the Five of Pentacles, and this is how you're dealing with the situation. So there can be some financial instability or some physical instability for you that you have to be dealing with during this time. And you have the Nine of Swords. So it is also that you're kind of protecting your health, your finances, your situation. You've been through a battle and you are ready to defend yourself if necessary with the Nine of Wands. So defending your health, defending your finances, nothing wrong with that. Here's the problem, though. The Magician says if you have lack mentality, you can create it. If you are always on the defensive, you can bring argument to you because you're just constantly defending yourself. And so you want to be careful of that with this with these two cards. Also, you don't want to believe that you don't have creative solutions or that you can't do something. And this is a lot of mental energy. So, again, mind your thoughts, watch what you're thinking, and steer it in the direction that you want to. We'll get some more cards in a minute, but let's look at the outcome. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. That's a nice card. That's a giving card. It's a good firm offer. It's not going anywhere, but it is also procrastination. So let's see where that's going. This is a good card for Cancer, the High Priestess, because it is your psychic intuitive faculties. It's knowing what's going on behind the scenes, especially for Cancer. They just know stuff. But they know it because it actually comes into their system. They can actually experience it within their physicality. And so I have a feeling that if there is an offer made, if there is something coming your way, you can feel where it's going, if you should do it, if you should wait, how long you should wait. All those sort of signs and synchronicities will be there for you. You may be offering your intuitive abilities here, because you are quite a psychic individual. It's very possible that you're using maybe mediumship or psychic or intuitive. Maybe you read cards yourself. Maybe you don't even need the cards. You just read the energy. That's also very possible here. It can also mean that there are secrets or things are secretive. So you could be offered something and be told not to tell anybody, or you could offer something and ask them not to reveal where it came from or who it came from, that kind of thing as well. Knight of Pentacles is a great card. Really, I like him. And I love the High Priestess. Let's go further here. Let's go back to what is getting started here on this new cycle and take one clarification card here. Yeah, the Hanged Man. That goes perfectly with this card. Things are not in your hands right now. That's what it is. Nothing's in your hands right now. You're not in control of situations. And the reason for that is that you need to see things from a different perspective, or you're being given the opportunity to see things from another perspective. And I think that's where the Three of Pentacles comes in. So it's very often that when we're stuck, we have to think of creative options, and that's what the Three of Pentacles is. It's at the moment that we need something, we can come up with a solution. And it's maybe even better than what we had originally planned or originally wanted. And that's because we can see things from another perspective, use something very possibly in a different way that it should be used. But the Hanged Man is saying that things are not in your hands, see things from another perspective, and learn to have faith and trust in that which exists but maybe not seen. Okay? Nice. The Hanged Man is Odin, who hangs from a tree, obviously, and gives his eye for information, for knowledge, for wisdom. And that also goes in quite nicely with the High Priestess. I don't think that this is your creative solution. I don't suggest it. But you can reach out and get information, and you can do that very well, Cancer. But not only that, again, you're just a highly, highly creative energy. And I think you're supposed to, my feeling is you're supposed to use that. If you've been negating your creative potential, you're kind of being held back so that you can start using it again. And this restores your idea of lack. It changes that. Because through your hands you can create something. You are the money. It's not outside of you. You are your health. What you eat, what you put into your body, you are your health. So Something to think about. All right, let's get a clarification for the center card. You have the Four of Cups. Okay, yeah, you're definitely dissatisfied with, emotionally dissatisfied, and maybe even bored with things at the moment. And you kind of want to stir things up a little bit. The Four of Cups is offering that opportunity. They're empty cups there, and they're saying, fill this up with what you want then. And so you kind of have to use your creative, imaginative faculties to do that. So what would, if I had 4 cups in front of me, what would I fill them up with, you know? Champagne would be one of them for me, for sure. And water, lots of good, clean water. Okay. Yeah, I mean, everybody here is just really off, I want to say. And that's the Five of Pentacles. I mean, you don't even have to be physically ill. You can just feel off. You're not in your own energy. You don't feel yourself. It can just be that minor, but even something that minor feels big. And a clarification for the Knight of Pentacles and the High Priestess is the Emperor. Sweet. Really nice ending to this. Knight of Pentacles, maybe you were offered a higher position through your wisdom. That's very possible here. Maybe you want to start something new, and you are the boss with the Emperor. Maybe through what you know, you have a lot to offer to other people. And this helps to build foundations for them that inevitably empower them. Because the Knight is a solid offer. Really nice, really nice. So for me, the Magician is saying the attitude, your attitude is what you should focus on and change. So if you've been for a long time thinking the same thing, you create a neural pathway in your brain, and then thoughts, it's like a superhighway. The thoughts just go that way quite easily. No resistance. It just flows there. And so it takes a lot of concentrated effort and awareness to, when that thought comes up, to be like, no, I'm going to steer you in this direction, or I'm going to steer you onto this highway, and you create a new narrow pathway. And I think that's kind of what you have to do with these 2 weeks, because something really sweet is coming up for you. And you don't want to taint that with whatever has gone on in the past that you are still dwelling on or dealing with. What does Spirit want you to know? Brilliant. Ace of Cups. Okay, so first thing, this is a lot of emotion. And it's inspiration, and it's love, and it flows. But first you have to release some old emotional baggage. Your cup is full. You want to release something so something new can come in. This is what we want to release so we can allow this to come in. Tears are a great catharsis. Let it flow. I'm not sure that Cancer has a problem with that. Especially when they're alone. Maybe when we're there with other people, they can be very stoic, but once they're on their own, I don't think it's a problem. It's very cleansing. With the Magician there, you can watch also for information that comes in when you're working with water or near water. And I guess that's why I said I'd fill this up with good, clear water. Good, clean water. Not tap water. You might consider buying a filter for your house, your apartment, your place. So, washing dishes in the shower, and yes, on the toilet. But for me, I get great epiphanies in the shower. Amazing epiphanies. And that's because we're doing something mundane. You don't have to really think about how to wash your hair, so information can just come in. But it's water. Water's magical. These are great cards, really great cards for a new cycle that's coming in that I think is going to fortify your finances, your health, your physical health, to get things flowing again. So everything is quite stagnant here. It's muddy. But here, once this happens, things begin to flow again. And like I said, this could be mid-January, because at that point also something happens that things start to flow on an astrological level. So it could be that. Summertime looks great with the Ace of Cups. So you could be building up to summertime, or it really starts to flow then. But things could start happening. And I'm seeing this in a few of the readings, so I'm going to stick with that. Remember, you're the magician. First and foremost, you're the magician here. What you think about, you create. Mind your thoughts. Okay? Keep them pure. Keep them on what it is that you want, not what you don't want. No pessimism for 2 weeks. Good luck. Let me know how that goes. All right, kids. Thank you for listening. Very much appreciated. I hope this has been helpful. I'll be back in 2 weeks for a full moon reading. And I think in the new year, I'm going to start the journaling. I think that's best. So maybe mid-January. But I do think I'm going to do it with these particular readings, the moon readings. And it's just something that you can dive into deeper. And I'll explain it in a video on its own. So thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you celebrate it in good health and good cheer. Thanks for listening. Bye.